Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 22nd, and we're going to live solve the New York Times crossword. It's constructed by Amy Yanni and Jeff Chen. Can't say that I know that I'm familiar with Amy, but Jeff writes for X-Word Info. He's got great analysis. He writes a daily review write-up of all the Times crosswords. I do recommend it. That's where I get the info about the constructors, and if I ever have trouble understanding a theme, that's usually where I go to get a little insight. X-Word Info. Anyways, Tuesday, let's solve a crossword puzzle. Equine animal in rural dialect. That doesn't feel like very Tuesday, just right off the top, but caper might be like an antic. Take steps into. Go in, enter. One of two in the McDonald's logo is an arch, golden arch. Italian name of 6 popes. That's tough. Italian name. But I know this is apps, so I'm going to bet this is pious, Pius. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. An ice skating maneuver is like an axle, I'm going to say, and this is a wall, perhaps part of a squash court. It's not. Is it axle like that? Axle. Whenever there's a skating clue, it's either axle or Lutz. So I think it's axle. Dr. Zhivago's love. Is it Lara, maybe? Rapture. Projecting rim of a metal beam. Interesting. This is half. Either part of a yin-yang symbol is half, right? Unwritten exam is an oral exam. Manages to gather as cash. Like scrapes up. And I guess this is hoss, equine animal in rural dialect. Not super crazy about that for a 1A on Tuesday. I mean, that's just like kind of sets a weird, I don't know, that feels, I mean, when's the last time you said hoss? Called someone hoss or called an animal hoss? Probably not recently, unless you're a rural dialector. Projecting rim of a metal beam. Is that like a flange, maybe? Oh yeah, and this would be Shangri-La. It's going to be flange. Fake eyelash. Yikes. Oh, is it falsy? Organization whose members may be forewarned. PGA, Professional Golf Association. With this puzzle's central black squares, ecstasy. Whoa. So something kind of crazy is going on. I mean, is it agony? Like when I think of what pairs with ecstasy, it's agony. And I don't know, especially with the yin yang, half and half, I guess that kind of feels appropriate, but that doesn't seem right. Take a risk when taking a polygraph test. This is either like fib or lie, so I don't think that's going to be it. Heating fuel, I guess that's oil, maybe. Word with cash cow, holy cow. So ecstasy. With this central black squares. So is it the shape? Cloud 9. So there's it's a 9. It's the shape of 9. Interesting side note about Cloud 9. I've been binging the sitcom Superstore, which I'd never heard of. I think it was on NBC. It's really funny, and they work in a Walmart-like store that's called Cloud 9 that has a bit of a religious tilt to it, I suppose. So lie. And wed and old. Okay, so those look good. So Cloud 9, boom, got it. I feel like Tuesday is just the day they just dump off. If there's something they don't know what day it should go on, Will Shortz just makes it a Tuesday puzzle. I mean, this doesn't really fit a mold at all. Hogs, like hordes, amasses, I don't know. Rosie Perez, something island, part of Brooklyn that isn't an island. Is it Ellis Island? I don't know. That could be wrong. Let's the adults about this. I'm curious. This is a total hunch. I have no idea if this is going to be true or not, but I kind of feel like the constructor Amy Yanni. I'm going to take a total shot in the dark that this is a debut construction for her, and that Jeff kind of provided some oversight and advice. This feels like the kind of theme that you would have a vision for this as your first theme, and you'd have this really cool idea. Anyways, I'm probably wrong. She's probably written like 500 puzzles and taught Jeff Chen everything he knows. Golfer's Challenge is a sand trap. The heating unit is a therm. Right? Let's see. Hoda Katob. Affectionate nickname for Father of the Symphony. So this must be game theory. Game theory. Papa. Affectionate nickname for Father of the Symphony. Papa. Like Hayden, Handel. This will be Uncle Sam. Is it Hayden or Handel, maybe? I just don't. Are either one of them? Uncle Sam wants you, so Hayden. Some serious workers are DJs. Oops. And pen tip is a nib. So yeah. So this is interesting. Papa Hayden, affectionate name for Father of the Symphony. I wonder why he was Father of the Symphony. I feel like he's not on the short list, right? I mean, he's not Mozart, Beethoven, Bach. One of the main guys. But I bet he had an important hand in things, and I'm going to find out. Beat by Whisker is edges them out, or could also be noses, maybe. Win by a nose. Keanu Reeves' role in The Matrix. Could do better than that for cluing. Neo is something we see pretty often, and we all know the movie, and there's just a billion interesting ways to clue it, I think. Houston Astro, bunch of cheaters. Protection for vampire hunters is like a steak. Steak. Is that the right kind of steak? Oh, God. You call yourself CrossBoss. Pathetic. Bar where everyone knows your name. Cheers. Great show. I feel like Cheers kind of doesn't get enough play. I feel like it should be, like Friends is having this resurgence, and then there's all this older stuff. It's having this, that people are binging and watching. Maybe they are, I don't know. But Cheers is an awesome show. Created a lot of really fun, memorable characters. Sam Mayday Malone, pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. So it's my hometown guys. Steadfastly maintained as one's beliefs. No idea. Comforting mental state. Like a soldier who might be court-martialed. It's probably AWOL. Dunkable cookie is an Oreo. Oreos, I mean, God, every cookie is better dunked, but like an Oreo, a dry Oreo, it's just not the same. I mean, gotta get it soggy. Sign up for more, like Renew. Nickname for Grandma Nana, maybe. A volume from Horace. Dingbats. Well, this looks like Spry, right? So Spry, I'm going to say this is Yo-Yos. Oops. Colorist is a dyer, perhaps. I'll pass. Like, nah. Something a wedge often Leaves exposed. A wedge, leaves. Oh, a toe. Shoe. Nice. Wedge, I was thinking like golf club or wedge salad, or wasn't thinking about shoes. Paris is it Ile de la Cité? Corfu is where people go in Greece. Uh, Italian name of six popes. Paolo, okay. And sheer capture. Sheer something. The center of rotation is an axis. Desi Arnaz. Take steps is weighed into part of coding conditional else. Sheer bliss, I suppose. Let's see. Research findings that can't be reproduced. Research findings that can't be reproduced. Bad. I don't know. A realm of marvels. This looks like something land, maybe. Realm of marvels. I don't know. Pleasantly. Hawaii State. So Ellis is wrong. And someone out there is like, God, you're such an idiot. I can't believe you said Ellis Island. What a moron. Because that's Nene. Peepers are eyes. So let's see. Hogs. Swine. There we go. And Coney Island. Oh, boy. Ellis Island. Because Ellis Island is an island, right? Coney Island. I don't think I've ever been to Coney Island. But Yogi Berra came up recently in a puzzle, and he had an awesome quote about Coney Island, which is nobody goes to Coney Island anymore because it's too crowded, which is just fantastic. I wish I was that clever. So this is bad science. So not steak. Is it a clove, maybe? Protection for vampire hunters. Clove of garlic. Realm of marvels. Wonderland. And inane is mindless. Pleasantly, in a good way. That's pretty boring, Phil. Let's see, where was I? Protection for vampire hunters. Oh, cross. Steadfastly maintained as one's beliefs, like held to one's beliefs. Flat stone for skipping. And solar energy, held to one's beliefs. Comforting mental state. Cause for a blessing. At you. Pottery fragment is a shard. Plains dwelling is a teepee. Auto takebacks are repos. Let's see. Odes. Volume from Horace Odes. Needed all the crosses on that one, I guess. Leo before Virgo. And this must be happy place, which reminds me of Happy Gilmore and its happy place. Unspecified quantity any. Corporate VIP is the CEO, and comforting mental state and chops down is Hughes. I can't tell if I'm still recording because my picture's frozen. But I guess I'm going to keep talking. Okay, looks good. 41-day streak, Tuesday puzzle in 12:53. I feel like I took a lot of time on that one. I talked a little more during this one. I don't think this was an especially difficult puzzle. There's some tricky stuff like Papa Hayden, which isn't all that common, and Hoss. But then there's a bunch of just really generic stuff like in a good way. There's nothing too crazy here. It's a pretty straightforward theme. Cloud9 with this puzzle's central black squares, ecstasy. So, I mean, I feel like they could have done more to incorporate this into other parts of the grid. Happy place, especially, it's like that ties in so well. And so does sheer bliss. I mean, I feel like this is there's more of a theme here than actual theme cluing, because those aren't clued at all as part of the Cloud9 theme. Even Cheers, it's like, yeah. Anyways, this was solid. It's pretty nicely constructed. It must be tough to put in an image in the grid like this. I mean, I can't imagine. I've constructed a couple crossword puzzles, and it's so freaking hard to just put together a standard looking grid and not make it terrible. So having a solid grid like this with an interesting feature is pretty cool. I'm impressed. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for joining me for this Tuesday Solve. If you're interested in some more fantastic crossword content, you can find me at CrossBoss.blog, where I review every New York Times puzzle. And we'll see you next time for another live solve. Thanks. Have a good one.